Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, depending on when and where you're viewing this. My name is Mike. I am the Crypto Liberal. Hope you're having a great day today. It is the eve of the big Fed decision. Fed Eve, that's what we're going to call it on this channel, Fed Eve. So they're going to make that decision tomorrow, how much they're going to raise rates. They're going to raise rates. It's a foregone conclusion. Do they raise them by 75 bips? Do they raise them by a full 100 bips, meaning 1 percentage point? We'll see. I think everybody's expecting 75 bips. That's what I'm expecting. If it's 75 bips, then maybe we just continue the sideways chop until the next decision, which isn't until September, I believe. And so earnings are coming out from like the likes of Google and Microsoft and Apple's this week and Amazon's this week, and they're a little bit lower than expected. The market took a dump today. Both the stock market and crypto, they're correlated, right? We've been talking about that. And so we talked about a couple days ago on this channel that expect crypto to start trending back down, and it did, right? So let's start with the stock market. The stock market today, right, was down almost 2% on the Nasdaq, over 1% on the S&P. And the biggest thing, right, is the DXY now is starting to move back up. It moved up 0.7% today, essentially. I mean, that's a big move on the DXY. And if it starts to get back to the levels it was a few weeks ago, 109, expect crypto and the stock market, which are inversely correlated to the DXY, to continue to trend downward. It's kind of the par for the course, really, for the past 9-10 months. That's the way that things have been trending. And so don't expect anything different in the immediate short term. Something will change eventually that will break that correlation or inverse correlation, and crypto will start moving up. Until then, continue to dollar cost average, which is what we're doing on this channel, right? Since day one on this channel, we've talked about ADA outperforming Ethereum and Bitcoin by the end of the year, a year from now, and 5 years from now. And by the end, and by those same time frames, Ethereum will outperform Bitcoin. And we prove it on this channel. We collect data. We prove it on this channel, and we prove it on Twitter. I show you on Twitter how we're proving it. So follow me there at crypto_liberal, and follow me here. Hit that like button. We got to get this message out there, right? We need to deliver this message to a wider audience. Right now, we have such a small audience on this channel, but a bigger audience needs to hear this, because we're proving our hypothesis, and we are collecting evidence to prove it, right? So we prove it by putting $100 into each of those coins: ADA, Ethereum, and Bitcoin. And by the end of the year, ADA and Ethereum will outperform Bitcoin. And we're dollar cost averaging into each of those coins, $100 each week. We've been doing it for 12 weeks. Well, how's it looking? How's that looking? ADA and Ethereum are already outperforming Bitcoin. They're not doing as well today, right? Today's a down day. ADA and Ethereum are getting hit a little bit harder. But, crypto will turn around before the end of the year. It's my firm belief. And when it does, ADA and Ethereum are going to dominate Bitcoin, and they're already beating Bitcoin, right? They're already beating Bitcoin. That's why, I was careful when I started this channel. Like, I didn't say ADA and Ethereum are going to outperform by August 1st, even though they already are, because I anticipated some downward movement. I anticipated some sideways movement. And when that happens, ADA and Ethereum are going to get hit harder. But I was careful to say, because I believe by the end of the year, the crypto market will start turning around. And maybe it doesn't happen till November, but it will start turning around. And when it turns around, ADA and Ethereum are going to kill Bitcoin. And why do I think that? Why do I think that? We talk on this channel, frequently that you want to be involved in a protocol that improves, that examines the environment, right? The environment around it, the business environment, the world environment, and can adapt to that changing environment. Bitcoin can't do that. Bitcoin just lies there. It's the girlfriend or boyfriend who just lies there. Doesn't improve, doesn't add to your relationship. It just sits there. ADA and Ethereum improve every day. They're improving every day. And there's big things happening, not just little tiny things like Lightning, which now it can transact 4 more Bitcoin a day. mean, it's ridiculous, the lack of improvement on the Bitcoin, protocol. But ADA and Ethereum there's huge things happening. And as evidence, check this out. As evidence, Santiment today put out this tweet. Cardano reigns as the most developed asset in crypto, according to our analysis of code pushes, issue interactions, and more. Routine updates from teams are excluded. Just regular routine updates are excluded to ensure only relevant development is included. And this isn't the first tweet that Santiment has put out about this. Cardano is killing the rest of crypto as far as development, improvements, adaptations to the world around it. And we've talked about several of them on this channel over the months. So that's why I'm a big believer in Cardano. And when Vassal launches in, days if not weeks, or weeks if not days, the scalability, the throughput that will take place on Cardano will increase exponentially, and just encourage more projects. Already over 1,000 projects are building on Cardano, and that will increase exponentially after Vassal launches, and then with Ethereum, right, moving to proof of stake from proof of work. Bitcoin, the new use case is that it's gonna save energy. It's ridiculous. They take an existing protocol and they keep moving the goalposts for Bitcoin. They keep moving the goalposts and tell you, well, hey, it's inflation hedge. No, it's not. We're in the worst inflation of the past few months, and Bitcoin is down 80%, 70 something percent, whatever it is, right? It's not an inflation hedge. I would have rather been in Amazon. That's gone down, but it hasn't gone down as much as Bitcoin. I would have rather been in one of the energy sectors, right? Right? That's an inflation hedge. So that didn't work. It's gonna be the use case is that it's a digital cash. Well, that didn't work out. That's not working out. Lightning increases a couple Bitcoin every few months. The ability to transact a couple extra Bitcoin every month. That's not going to happen. We talked about that on this channel, right? Right now, you can transact Bitcoin transacts like 7 transactions a second. How is that a worldwide payment system? It's not. And Lightning's not improving it by anywhere close to the necessary volume of transactions. But you know what is? Cardano. Cardano is. That's why Cardano is my number one crypto right now going forward, and will beat Ethereum by the end of the year, will beat Bitcoin by the end of the year, and 1 year from now, and 5 years from now. So if you appreciate that, right? We got to get that message out there. Hit the like button, hit the subscribe button. That will trigger, more people to see this video and get the word out there, because it's not Bitcoin. Bitcoin is not going to be the answer. Maybe Cardano isn't. This isn't financial advice. Maybe Cardano isn't going to be the answer either. But right now, I don't see any other protocol beating it at this point. And Ethereum is a close second. And that's why I'm splitting most of my nest egg between the two. So let's check out Bitcoin though, because it's still the monster in the room, right? And it still drives the engine of crypto. And we talked about a couple days ago, this last green candle right here, if we go below the blue line, we can expect to go back down to about 20,000 at least. And sure enough, we broke the blue line and we've gone down ever since then, exactly like I said would happen. And before that, I told you, if we broke the blue line going up, we're going to get rejected at the red line. The red line is huge resistance. Yeah, other crypto influencers, I saw them. Other crypto influencers, not that I'm a crypto influencers on Twitter and YouTube, were saying 28,000, 30,000. We're going up. We're going to hit 28,000. We're going to hit 30,000. But I told you that red line was going to be strong resistance. And we didn't even quite make it to the red line, right? But we came close enough and we got rejected. And if you've been following this channel, you know that red line has been strong resistance, strong support for, over 18 months at this point. It's not going to be broken easily. I told you that. I told you that red line is not going to just, we're not just going to break it. And sure enough, we got up there, got close. We went really close up to it, got rejected, and here we go. We're going down. Now, the key thing to keep in mind here is the last low. The last local low was right about here, right at 19.3, 19.4, we'll say 19,400. If we can hopefully, Bitcoin can hopefully stay above 19.4, we'll set another higher low. And then we might come back up and challenge this red line. But if we finish a daily below 19.4 or 19.340, approximately in there somewhere, well, Bitcoin might be in trouble. And we might be going back to 17,000. And we might be going to 15,000, 12,000. A lot of this is going to depend on the macro environment, meaning what the Fed does tomorrow. If they raise it by 100 bips or, God forbid, 125 bips, crypto and the stock market might be in trouble. I don't see that, with the commodity prices going down, oil going down, gas prices going down, over the past month. I see those inflation numbers starting to go down as well over the next few months. So maybe the Fed will, go with their 75 bips, which they're probably going to do, and then maybe take the foot off the pedal or the gas or whatever analogy you want to use, right? Maybe that'll cause them to slow down in their rate increases and maybe even take a break, at least through the election in November. We'll see. But that's what I expect for Bitcoin, right? Those two key numbers. We're not going to get above the red line anytime soon, in my opinion, not financial advice, but keep an eye on 19.4. If we can stay above it, then maybe we come back up and challenge the red line. If we go below 19.4, look out below, in my opinion. So we'll see. Keep an eye on those numbers. Now, right? Now we've been talking about daily on this channel, ADA and Ethereum, how they're going to beat Bitcoin, and they already are. And I didn't even say it until the end. I said by the end of the year, and they already are. And the huge launches that are coming for ADA and Ethereum haven't even launched yet, but they're coming in weeks, if not days, right? So they're going to just fly against Bitcoin when the market does turn around, and it's close to turning around. We might have to go down to 12K first. We might have to go to 15, 17K first. Maybe, I don't know. I don't care what Bitcoin does, because in the long run, the crypto market will turn around, and when it does, our choices on this channel are gonna fly, and we're already killing it against Bitcoin. We're already killing it against Bitcoin on this channel. If you appreciate that, please do me a favor, hit that like button, hit that subscribe button, because we need to get this message out there. There is a wealth of opportunity in this space, but you need to know exactly when to grab it. And as an example, right? ADA. You need to know exactly when to grab it. Even though ADA is down today against Bitcoin, right? It doesn't matter, because for people new to the channel, I look at it on a weekly chart, right? A weekly chart. So this is a long-term trade. But again, on this channel, on a Sunday night, 5-6 weeks ago now, I came on the channel right when we were coming down. So after we broke this upper red line, right? It was resistance for 18 months or something like that, 12 months. And we broke it, and I said, keep an eye on it. And when we came down and touched it again, I came on the channel on a Sunday night and said, I'm moving pretty much all of my Bitcoin into ADA and Ethereum. On the same night I did this. And when I did it, one ADA was worth 0.000019 Bitcoin before this giant green candle here. And then what happened? Giant green candle. And now we're sitting at 0.00002192 Bitcoin. That's like, I don't know, it's last time I checked, it's like 16, 17% gain against Bitcoin. So if you had done it on that night with me, right, 5-6 weeks ago, moved out of Bitcoin into ADA, you're up against Bitcoin. We're killing it on this channel. And I didn't tell you 3 weeks before that or 3 weeks after that. I told you at the exact moment it was the opportunity that showed itself. I jumped on, I made a special video. I had already made a video on that Sunday. And I made a special video on that Sunday because the opportunity was ripe. And I told you at the exact moment. I mean, I couldn't have timed it any better. The following week, we had that giant green candle and we were up. And we stayed up against Bitcoin. And we will continue to stay up against Bitcoin, especially after Vassal launches. So help me get the message out there. Give me a like, give me a subscribe. But that's not even it. That's not the only one, right? ETH is even better. ETH is even better against Bitcoin. And at least right now, and again, this is the week I told you back here, when one ETH was 0.052 Bitcoin. And what happened? We've gone pretty much up since. I mean, it's beautiful. And right now we're at 0.065 Bitcoin. That's like over a 25% return. That's over a 25% return against Bitcoin. And I told you at the exact moment it was bullish against Bitcoin. Not 3 weeks too early, not 3 weeks too late, because if you had done that, you know, we're at a 25% return on this channel from the night I told you, the exact night I said, this is what I'm doing. And there's a video out there. Go find it. I played it on here multiple times now. I told you at the exact moment that it was bullish against Bitcoin. And so we're up over 25% versus Bitcoin. And if I had told you 3 weeks prior or 3 weeks after, that 25% would be maybe 1%. So we struck when the iron was hot, right? We struck at the exact moment it was bullish. So help me get the message out there, because there are going to be so many opportunities as alt season commences. And I want to bring them to a wider audience. So hit that like button, hit that subscribe button. Help me get the message out there, because we're not done. These are just getting started, honestly. That ADA, that 15% return we have, I expect to be 200, 300% return. That 25% return, more than 25% return we have in ETH, I expect to be close to 50. And we almost made it to 50. We're up to 35, 36 until, you know, this week when we're starting to cool off a little bit on the alts. But it's not done yet. I expect almost a 50% return. And eventually, that ascending triangle ETH is in, that ascending triangle will break. This upper blue line, right? That's the resistance. It will break. And then watch out, right? Then watch out for ETH. And ADA, the chart on ADA is so bullish, I can't even put it into words. The nice thing about ETH right now here is, right, I had this blue line, this lower blue line here as a resistance support line, and you can see where it comes from. It would serve as support back here on what is this? You know, like March of this year, March 7th, the week of March 7th. It served as support back there. So I had it drawn as a resistance, right? We hit it as kind of a stopping point on the week of July 11th. We went up, wicked up to it, and kind of stalled out a little bit, but not for long. And then we had a giant candle last week above it. Well, the interesting thing is this week, right, we're having a cooling off week, and we've come down and we're resting right on that blue line. So it might be interesting to see if we hold that blue line. I drew it on there, but I didn't let it play a part in any of my decisions, right? I didn't take profit at that blue line. Probably should have at this point, no, but we're still above it. We're still above it. We're right on top of it. So I'm not worried. And I still think we're going to get up to this upper blue line, which is the resistance, the stronger resistance, and that would be about a 50% return on our trade. And eventually that blue line will break. This is an ascending triangle. Eventually that blue line will break, and then we're going to be off to the races above it. But that's a while off. Again, those are not short-term trades. Now, I'm not going to go into my Aave trade, or we'll start with my Polkadot trade. It's down a little bit still, right? But it's a smaller position than my ETH and my ADA trade. And then on Sunday night, I went into even a smaller position into Aave, which is also down a little bit. So in full transparency, we have a couple smaller positions where we're losing right now, but they will turn around. And I'll keep bringing that up because I'm not afraid of having small losing positions, right? My number one focus on this channel since day one has been ADA and Ethereum, and they're both killing it. And those are my biggest, by far, positions. My smaller positions, alts, right, are losing right now, but they will turn around. I am convinced. And if I decide to exit those positions, I will come on and tell you. But so far, I'm not. So if you appreciate the transparency, give me a like, give me a subscribe, because we do need to get this message out. The alts are going to kill it. Crypto will turn around. And maybe it happens with the Fed tomorrow. Maybe they only raise by 50 bips and everything takes off. I don't see that happening. But if it does, ADA and Ethereum and Aave and Polkadot will crush Bitcoin. especially ADA, the most worked on protocol, the most adaptable, improving protocol that exists. Not my words. Santiment even tweeted about it today, right? So, hey, if you appreciate this video, if you found anything useful, let's help spread the word for me. Help spread the word, right? Because we need to get the word out there. People are wasting their time in Bitcoin right now. They're wasting their time. We're killing it against Bitcoin on this channel. So help me spread the word. Give me a like, give me a subscribe. And that is it. My name is Mike. I am the Crypto Liberal. Pay attention to that Fed decision tomorrow. It's going to be an exciting day. Have a good night. Talk to you tomorrow. Good night.